Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, now that we know what generative AI is, let's talk about the tool that got generative AI into the limelight, which is ChatGPT. And although this lecture is going to be mainly about ChatGPT, I will show you some other LLM powered chatbots also, and we will talk about them. So, let's start with ChatGPT, what it is. Let's read through the introduction and then we will understand the key details. So ChatGPT is an AI assistant developed by OpenAI. Behind it is we call a large language model or LLM like a GPT-4 or GPT-5. ChatGPT is designed for natural language understanding and generation in a conversational context. Right? Now, what does all of it mean? Let's focus on the key components of this definition, which are highlighted in orange. First of all, the brain behind it is what we call large language model or LLM. And we will cover LLM in a later module. But for now, remember that ChatGPT uses LLM models. And what it means is it's an artificial intelligence system that is really very good with human language. Second, it is designed for natural language understanding and generation, like I mentioned. So there are versions of ChatGPT and other tools now that generate audio, video, images, but the primary area in which GPT excels is natural language. It is really very good at understanding what you are asking in human language and be able to reply to it. It can understand patterns, structures, and most importantly, the context of your question and generate exceptionally good answers. And last, it can handle conversational context. And what conversational context means is the background, the history of a conversation. When humans are talking to each other, we remember the background of that conversation. What are we talking about? And ChatGPT can also do that. That's what makes it remarkably well. So, with that said, why don't we go into GPT and take a demo of its ability, including its conversational aspect? So went to chatgpt.com. You can see that it has a very simple, neat interface. You got a box to ask questions. You can upload file, image if you want to ask questions around it. Now, this may change in the future and you can see a different look and feel, but it is okay. The key elements that I will always be there. So let's go ahead and ask a simple question like what are LLM? How do they work? And let's fire up this query. Now, you would notice a couple of things that happened here. First of all, the moment I typed my question and hit enter, within a second or so, it started generating some content. So these tools are really fast, and that's because they use massive GPUs, infras, data centers behind the scene. Second point, if you see, it has given out the answer in a very neat manner with proper formatting, bullets, and this is where applications like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini have expanded the GenAI technology to masses. And what is mean by that is the technology behind LLM, which is GPT or neural network transformers, is very old. It's been available for almost 10 years. But when ChatGPT came out in November 2022, that's when the real buzz happened. And the reason for that is you can interact with LLMs via simple chat interface like this. You do not need to be a developer. You can go to the website, you can open their app on your phone, type in a question, get an answer. It is as simple as that. Even nowadays, it is embedded within your emails, within PPTs, Word document. So this availability of the technology, this neat interface to use it is what really has revolutionized generative AI, brought it to the masses, and people are using it for everything, writing emails, news report, regulatory contract, everything. Third thing, if you see these applications and the LLM model behind them are really conversational in nature. So you can see how it has given me my answer here. And then it is also saying that, okay, if you like, I can explain this for kids with diagrams, with math details, with a real world analogy. So it is asking you, it is giving you follow-up question, original question. And you can go ahead and write here something like, and how are they built? So if you see what has happened here, now it has retained the previous context. So I told how are they built. I didn't say the word LLM in here, but ChatGPT and other models that we'll see now, they remember what you were talking about. So they know when the user mentioned they, it is talking about something from the previous question. It will get in that answer, it will use it as a context, and based on that, it will generate the next response. And this ability to handle contexts, this ability to handle past conversation histories is again what gives it a very good advantage. Because, like I said, when two humans are talking to each other, we remember the context. We remember that, okay, I am talking about so and so game, I am talking about so and so car, and on that we answer each other. This ability was not present in systems before. They used to be less, they did not remember what was the previous conversation. But now, if you look at ChatGPT or any other model for that example, you will see that they remember the past conversation history, and that's where they use it to give out the next answer. So that's good for now. Now let's go ahead and let's look at another model, and I'll tell you the next point when I do it. And for that, we have come here to Claude.ai. So Claude is also a good model. It is an organization called as Anthropic, and they have several LLM models that are available. They have Claude Sonnet, Opus, Haiku, and you can go ahead and ask questions just like you do on ChatGPT and get answers. So what I wanted to show you here was that GenAI chatbots are not just about generating text. They can also generate code, for example. So I'm going to ask Claude.ai, can you generate a Python code for this scenario? And once I go ahead and run it, you see that it will actually go ahead and generate the code for me. So you can see it has started generating, it is generating Python code. And along with this code, it is also going to give me instructions how I can use this code. It can also generate JSONs that can be used. So net, what I wanted to show was generative AI is not just about generating text like we discussed. You can also generate code from it. And let me go to the third model now, which I wanted to show you, which is Google Gemini. And when I click on this, and this time I'm going to say that, okay, can you generate the image of a beach with a bird sitting on sand? And this is a case of image generation. So I'm not asking the model to generate text, not asking it to generate code. I'm asking it to generate an image. And this is going to take a little bit of time. But you see, it has come across and it has generated this image. It is not pulling this image from the internet or anywhere. It has generated this image from scratch. And you can see that it has taken care of all the details that I wanted. There is a beach, there is a bird that is sitting on the sand. So again, these models are evolving. You will see new features being added. For example, image generation. It's a still evolving area. And this is one area where day by day I am seeing literally how LLMs are improving. It is not 100% good. You may see errors come in. Image details can be poor. But again, models are really making progress day by day. You can use it for text generation, code generation, image generation. Okay, so we talked about some of the most common LLM chatbots that are available today: GPT, Claude.ai, Gemini, and there are others also that are present in the market. For example, Copilot from Microsoft, Grok from XAI, Perplexity, DeepSeek. Now, with so many offerings, you may be wondering which LLM chatbot to use. So the answer is all of them do the same stuff. They generate content. But yes, each of them has a few nuances that you can consider when deciding which one to use. And again, these are based on my recommendations. These are based on my day-to-day use of these tools. So let me tell you what is the thought behind it. ChatGPT from OpenAI is usually my go-to platform. The master of all trades. You can use it for general purpose use case like text generation, code generation, analysis, reasoning, summarization. If you do not want to put too much thought, use ChatGPT. Claude is something that is really good at code generation. So anytime you want to generate code, technical artifacts, need help with debugging, prompt generation, use Claude. It really performs very good for technical things. Gemini is an all-purpose model, much like ChatGPT. But one thing here is it is evolving at very fast rate. Google is really investing a lot into it, and with each release, it is becoming better. Copilot is from Microsoft. Again, it uses GPT in the backend, same thing that is present on ChatGPT. But the advantage here is that it is easily available on your tools like Outlook, Teams, PowerPoint. So you can use it from there if your organization allows. And then you have Grok, Perplexity. I do not go to them. I stick to the top tools that you see on the screen. But like I said, you can try out, see what suits you best. Again, the thumb rule is ChatGPT or Gemini for all purposes, Claude for code generation. And folks, this is just the beginning. Every day, new models are coming, new advancements are happening, and you may already be witnessing that whichever area you are in development, testing, operations, sales, media, marketing generative AI will disrupt things, and this will be the go to technology for the future. So, my only ask to you is embrace it, learn about generative AI in this course, and then start using it in your today work. Just two disclaimers. One, never provide your confidential, sensitive information to the LLM. And two, if you are an organization, please follow the policies, guardrails from your organization around the use of these tools, what you can do, what you cannot do with them. Okay, so with that said, let's move on. Let's check out the next section of the course. I'll see you in there. Thank you.